Usually when I play live, I talk quite a lot. For those of you who have seen me before, you know that. But today I only have like 40 minutes, so I'm going to try to narrow this next story down to maybe 2 minutes instead of 5. And I will also try to be very close to the microphone so that you can all hear it. This next song is about when I was 13, going on 14. And at the time I had a best friend back in Uppsala, where I was born. It's a small town north of Stockholm. It's actually Sweden's 4th biggest city. But it's still a small town, like 180, maybe 200,000 people. So, Sebastian was my best friend, and we were Pelle and Sebastian. And this was like in early 80s, so long before Stuart Murdoch and his guys formed the band Belle and Sebastian. Oh yeah, I promised to be quick. Sebastian and I, we started to walk around in the city centre at this point of time. Late at night, very late. It felt like very late for us at least. It was probably like 9:30. Dark, but it was, you know, it was in the autumn. I was going on 14, as I said. And then one day my father came up to me and said, "Listen, Pelle, is it true that you and Sebastian are out walking in the city centre at night and stuff?" And I said, yeah. We're just having a good time, looking at things, you know. Being too cool for school, perhaps, but you know. And then he tried to explain that, well, you know, that might be a little dangerous because, who knows, maybe a group of older guys come up to you and they ask you for cigarettes or snooze, which is like tobacco that you put on your lip and things. And then when you tell them that you don't even smoke, they're just going to find that as an excuse for starting a fight, and they'll punch you in the face for no reason, really. And I was like, really? Why? It sounded really strange. I was very naive at the time. The funny thing about this long story that I promised to narrow down to 2 minutes is that the very same night, Sebastian and I were out walking again in the city centre of Uppsala, when all of a sudden, from the other side of the street, there's this group of kickers, like karate people, shouting like, "Hey, you got any cigarettes over there?" You can just imagine what I felt. I thought, this is it, my time has come. But I was pretty quick and said, you know guys, we've just run out of cigarettes, I'm terribly sorry. But we're on our way to BP, the petrol station, we're going to buy some more cigarettes. You know, the Tankstelle, close to where we were. And then one of the guys said, "Oh, that's great, so does that mean that you have money then?" "Maybe you could lend me a £5. And being afraid of getting punched in the face and all, I just reached for my wallet in my back pocket. Always kept it in my back pocket in those days. Don't anymore. Do you? It feels a bit corny to have your wallet in the back pocket these days, yeah? But, end of bracket. So I reached for my wallet, opened it, had one yellow note saying 5 on it. A fortune at the time. 5 Swedish was my sort of, you know, allowance for 1 week. It was 50 cents these days. This all took place in 1983. So here's the song, 1983. When I was in my early teens, my friend Sebastian and I bought identical pairs of jeans, started to stroll around the city late at night. 1983, 1983. Basically, we just walked around, searched for unusual three personalities, colored in a mystic tone, shaped like the condom vending machine. 1983, 1983. On a rainy day, my dad took me aside and said, be careful when you're out late at night. You know, a group of older guys may approach you and act nice, then they might ask for a cigarette, and now it sounds more like a threat. And when you tell them you don't smoke, they might punch you on your nose. 1983, Kiwi Soda Street, Cosby on TV. When you tell them you don't smoke, they might punch you on your nose. 1983, 1983, Kiwi Soda Street, Cosby on TV. 1983, got all our birds